Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Till Choice Do Us Part. We are at a very beautiful beach. It's windy, so we've got our brooches on, our microphones, our little wind sockies.
Don't call them brooches. They're wind socks.
They're wind socks. But today is an interesting conversation, I think, because it's a tool used in action. It's a moment we're actually working through. And Clayton asked me minutes ago, do you actually want to film this? And I said, I don't want to. However, it is us in the moment working through things, and it actually is something that we've both had to work on, is how do we bring up what's sticking us? How do we bring up a conversation? How do we call an energy forward and acknowledge it that we might not be liking without blowing up in each other's faces? We didn't grow up with these skill sets. We really had to learn them over the last few years.
Yeah, and we've had moments in the last week or so where we've just been very reactionary with each other, with our words more than anything, of just not responding in a way that's kind or respectful or appreciative, and just being a little bit snappy. So
snappy is a great word, like snippy.
Yeah, short would be another good word for it. And yeah, so just using some of these tools to work through these things together to get us both on the backs, or both on the same page and kind of on the same frequency. So the topic for today is being in appreciation.
Yeah, this, you can be taught to appreciate things, and sometimes there can get this weirdness around it where you have to be appreciative of things, yet you can't ask for more, or just kind of suck it up kind of attitude. But the appreciation we're talking about is really being in appreciation for everything you are experiencing, that you are choosing, what is happening, and an excitement for what's yet to come. And we use appreciation also as a tool to connect with each other, where we just say thank you for choosing me today. Thank you for I appreciate you. It's not just I appreciate you taking out the garbage, but I appreciate you, you heard me in that conversation. I appreciate Clayton right now in this moment, acknowledging that we are being snippy and that we need to choose something different. And it's not about fixing it necessarily in the moment, but asking the question, okay, what else can we do here? How else can I respond here? It's looking at each other individually and self-responsibility. It's also, being appreciative of, even though the beach is very debris-ridden with logs and stuff from storms, it's a beautiful freaking day. It's not too busy at the beach, and the water is amazing. I don't know if you have anything to add.
Yeah, I mean, for appreciation, even just voicing out the appreciation and going through that practice, what inevitably that's doing is rewiring what your subconscious is looking for. If you're constantly annoyed with things, and that's what your subconscious is programmed to be looking for, and then your partner said something that triggers that same response, then how do you break that pattern? How do you disrupt that cycle and train it, your brain, your subconscious, your being, to look for the things to be appreciative of, and then it will always be seeking out the things to be appreciative of. So then those are the things that are catching your attention, and then expressing the gratitude or the appreciation. And yeah, just really rewiring and reformatting the foundation of how your thoughts are bringing about how you interact within your relationship.
Yeah, I think so many of us, you've had a childhood I've had, where your immediate parental relationship wasn't the best. My parents got divorced, and a pretty nasty divorce when I was really young, and so I didn't grow up with how to have conflict, how to bring something up. And I'll sometimes get really quiet because I'll like stuff it down. And to tune into appreciation for the other person or for yourself or what's around you also helps you regulate your nervous system. And then when you're going to your partner, hey, I've noticed I've been a little picky at you. I've noticed I've been a little sharp. I've noticed that we've just been very short with our energy with each other. I'd like to see us change this, or what's going on in your world, what's going on in your world? Like, what's going on in your world? I really appreciate our cuddles this morning. I appreciate how you you kissed me in the car the way that you did earlier today. Like, I appreciate all those things. And it helps also build those connection points back, even when things are sticky. And I think also if you've grown up with the narrative around you that, you know, every year you spend with each other, you can kind of separate or you grow apart. Being and using appreciation in the relationship, not even like prompted, just throw out to your partner, hey, I appreciate you. Even if it's just that, even if there's nothing else attached to it, but you just appreciate the person, it will create a longevity in your relationship that, you know, if you always see examples of relationships failing, maybe it's a tool that can help you create more ease and longevity and more connection and less angst in your relationship.
Yeah, and it's an interesting awareness because like I've been in a really good space with my personal things and my business and my body and my own emotional state of late, but then still, even while in that state, I'm still being snappy. So it's a matter of not waiting for something or waiting to see or find or discover something to be appreciative of, but instead acknowledge something that already is and that is there to, like I said before with the rewiring, like instead of waiting for her to do something that I appreciate, instead I appreciate her for being in the relationship and being the way that she is on a daily basis, and just acknowledging those things and then bringing that element of my life up as well with the rest of the things that seem to be flowing and moving with ease and feel in fantastic flow. So just adding the relationship to the list and constantly working on that and being in appreciation and gratitude of that.
I think that's all for me, or I'm just going to start repeating myself.
That sounds good. Okay, well, thanks for tuning in, guys. Adios.
Yeah.
And I could not show that.